Everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome to another week of daily energy draws. Before I get to today's reading, I do have a couple of announcements. First, I am running a special on past life readings. You can check that out on Instagram and on Facebook. $10 off any past life reading. You can follow that on my page, my website, www.susanddawnspiritual.com. Feel free to reach out to me, ask any questions. I am running that special. Past life readings are one of my favorite things to do. So I decided to run that special for the rest of the month. So taking $10 off any past life reading, feel free to check that out. www.susanddawnspiritual.com. You can also check out what the past life reading entails on Instagram and on Facebook. Second, this feels like a very powerful week regarding ascension. Last week, I felt like we were going through a purge and embracing more heart activations, heart expansions, openings, welcoming in more light codes and love, that energy of love. This week really feels like ascension energy. It really feels like a leveling up collectively. Like we've gone through the purge and now we're transitioning into that integration energy, that self-mastery energy of everything that we've released, everything that we've experienced, everything that we've learned. So I do want to say that because I am getting called for these dailies to choose all of my ascension decks, and I think I'm going to do an ascension energy update either today or tomorrow. I'm going to try to get it done today for you guys, so do make sure that you check it out. Now, when I'm doing the ascension energy updates, understand that for my collective, you guys are on the sacred union path to ascension, which means that you are ascending with a partner, with a counterpart. You can even say within inner union within yourself, talking about divine masculine, divine feminine of the self, balancing those energies because you do have both energies within you. But for the collective that I read for, you're actually healing, remembering, awakening, and ascending with another person. Your divine masculine or your divine feminine embodied in another physical vessel, in another person. So that's why I say, do make sure that when you are watching my readings, always keep yourself in mind. Always use it for your own soul growth and expansion because, again, you do hold both energies within you, and inner union is the most important thing. But for my collective, we're on the sacred union path with another person. So if we're talking about ascension, if we're talking about these daily energy draws, if we're doing an ascension reading, know that the sacred union is a part of that. So we'll be talking about counterparts in those ascension updates as well. So I did want to make that clear. Okay, the last thing I want to mention is I always respond to emails within 3 days. So if you haven't heard back from me, please either give it time or check your spam and junk folder or give me a nudge because I always do respond personally to emails. So that as well, especially if you're booking a reading, I will always respond to that. So don't hesitate to reach out to me, but please do check your spam or junk folders. Make sure it hasn't gone into there. My reply hasn't gone into there. Okay, so those are the announcements to start the week. I'm going to use the Starseed Oracle. Again, what I'm picking up on like Ascension updates, Ascension energy this week. So I'm going to use the Starseed Oracle. It's a new deck and it's kind of wild. This is how the box is, so it's kind of wild like that, but it's cool. I like it. This is the companion to the Work Your Light deck, which I use often on my channel here. But yeah, it feels like ascension energy. It felt like last week there was some residual purging, residual fears coming up to the surface, but what it felt like was you guys were really mastering yourself. When those purges came up, you were able to really acknowledge it, especially divine feminines. I'm feeling you were really able to acknowledge it, recognize what was happening, observe it, and not become attached to it, and thus you were able to change the pattern. So really powerful stuff coming in there. Make sure that you check out the last Sacred Union energy update that I just posted prior to the weekend because there was powerful stuff coming in there for the divine masculine and the divine feminine. I think it was a divine masculine reading that I did, but we had a divine feminine update tapped onto the end of it. So do make sure that you watch the whole thing. But yeah, it felt like last week was really, it was really like an anchoring in of the energies of a purging of residual fears or toxic elements or karma of energy. that you're holding on to. But this energy feels lighter, and going into this week, it really feels like a leveling up on your journey, in your soul growth. And it feels like a transformation. So that feels really, really positive. So let's get into the cards. Let's get into the reading and see what we have for today. So, Spirit, what message do you have for my collective today, for Monday? Remember, take the reading as it resonates for you. The timestamps are just timestamps. Okay, I'm going to take these. We have... Beautiful. Okay, we have jump in and we have double mission. So we have 2 cards here. It says Andromedan energy, adventure, say yes to change. And what I love about this is I've really been tapping into, since last summer, I've been connecting to Andromedan energy. I have Andromedan origins, starseed origins, and I've been really tapping into that energy. When I was tapping into Galactic Council, that was what they bring into me. I didn't understand that entirely at the time last summer. I was just getting the word Andromedan. But I've really been, over the past few weeks and the past few months, opening up to that and having that energy come in full force and really understanding that. So Andromedan energy, really important at this time, really helping the collective at this time. We also have double mission. It says Lightworker Starseed, serve the world by being you. And that is in alignment with the Andromedans. The Andromedans are higher level consciousness, and they're vast. They're very vast in their collective. It's a large galaxy, and so they're really vast as far as where they are as far as their collective consciousness. So they range, I think, from like the 5th dimension to like the 12th dimension or above. And they're also, how they portray themselves, they're vast in that as well. And that's really about being authentic to you, being authentic to who they are. They really know what it is to identify with themselves. That's this energy here that I'm getting with the double mission. You're here. We talk about this all the time. You're here to serve a purpose. You're here to serve a mission. Now, your career, what it is that you choose to use as your mission, the embodiment of your mission, whether it's being a doctor or being a tarot reader or being a coach or a delivery driver, or it's being, a nurse or caretaker or teacher, whatever it is, that is the embodiment of your purpose. That is the embodiment of your mission. But your true mission is love. Your true mission is to be love, because you are love. And so by you exuding that love, that is you fulfilling your mission. And whatever career that you choose in this lifetime, in your human experience, that is how you master that, because you're being authentically you. And so that's the double mission. You are fulfilling your purpose and fulfilling your mission by being that light worker, by being that light, holding that light, being that love, being the embodiment of love. It's the energy of what they're saying is, they're giving me the phrase, follow the leader. Actions speak greater than words. That people are led by example, not by words. And that's what you're doing as a light worker. You are leading by example. So whatever it is that you choose as far as your career, as far as, what lights you up, that's your career. What lights you up, what fills you with passion. But look at the energy behind it. The energy behind it is service to others. The energy behind it is love. And by you embodying that love, that's how you can best serve others. By you embodying who you are, being true to who you are, the identity of you, the soul of who you are, the unique blueprint of your soul. By you being you, that is how you embody that love for yourself, and that is how you serve the world in your purpose. So that's the double mission that they're talking about here. And with this jump in energy, what they're saying, that Andromedan energy, they're saying, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Don't hold yourself back. Don't hold yourself back from what you're guided to do here. And I'm just getting called to this. You see this energy here where they're diving in? That looks like an eye here. You see the pupil, the iris, things like that. It's a galaxy here, but it really looks like an eye, that inner knowing. And what I'm hearing is know yourself and you know the world. So the more you connect with yourself, the more you know yourself, the more you know your passions. And remember, your identity, yes, you have an egoic identity, but the ego can be healthy when you know yourself and balance the human and the spiritual aspect of yourself, because that's what self-mastery really is. You can't be so much in the spiritual that you forget that you're here to have a human experience. And you can't be so grounded in the human experience and so focused on the 3D matrix and the illusions there that you forget that you're a spiritual being. Self-mastery really is about balancing the human and the spiritual nature of you. Remembering the spiritual nature of you, waking up to your abilities and your gifts and connection to yourself, your higher self, source energy, recognizing that consciousness in all things, recognizing that consciousness within yourself, but also grounding that and understanding that you're having the human experience as well. And that's what this feels like. This feels like an energy of you're balancing out that double mission energy is you're balancing out the human and the spiritual, where the spiritual is being the embodiment of love, but the human aspect is, okay, what do you want to do with this? How are you going to serve others? How are you going to serve yourself? And not serve yourself in a selfish landscape, but serve yourself as in being led by your intuition. What excites you? What lights you up? What are you passionate about? Because that excitement, that motivation, that passion, that is coming from the truth of your soul. That is coming from love. And your single most important mission here is to be that embodiment of love. So how are you serving others? How are you working with others? How are you helping others, guiding others, teaching others? How are you serving your mission? By being true to yourself. So I hope this is making sense. It's really it's twofold. It's be you, recognize who you are, know yourself, know your identity, who you chose to be in this human incarnation, and who you chose as your oversoul. Your oversoul being all the incarnations of yourself. The oversoul being your heart, your soul, your spirit. The oversoul being every part of you, that whole part of you. The human aspect being, okay, I'm here and I'm Susan in this lifetime. And I like this and I like that. And I have this talent, I have that talent. But recognizing that all comes from somewhere. That all comes from my oversoul. That all comes from my past experiences as well. Everything I like, everything I don't like, that comes from past lifetimes and experiences as well. So recognizing that everything is part of the whole. Everything is part of you. And your identity as your human self, that is just as important as your spiritual aspect, as your spiritual nature. And so what you're doing in your human incarnation, what you're choosing for your career, for your business, for your life purpose, for your passion, that is the physical embodiment of who you are as soul. Just like your physical vessel is the embodiment, the temple of your soul, of your spirit. So that's the double mission. Your mission, first and foremost, is to be you, that embodiment of love and light, that embodiment of soul, that extension of source energy. But how you embody that or portray that in your human physical world is also part of your mission. That's your mission within the human experience. So don't be afraid to jump in. Don't be afraid to have those passions. Don't be afraid to be yourself. Don't let anybody hold you back from what it is you feel like you're truly meant to be doing as far as your career, as far as your identity, as far as your passion, your mission, your purpose. That's what you're here for. That's who you are as a light worker. You serve the world by being you and embracing who you are. All right, you guys. Wow, I'm telling you, it feels like really powerful energy for Ascension Energy Update. So make sure you stay tuned to the rest of the dailies this week, and we'll have an Ascension Energy Update. Patreon subscribers, we're going to have a pick-a-pile and a romance reading up for you over the next 2 days. Stay tuned for that, and we'll also have a Sacred Union Energy Update towards the end of the week. And possibly some other updates on Instagram and Facebook. We have a full week, so make sure that you guys stay tuned to all the platforms and don't miss a beat. I'm sending you guys so much love, so much light, and we'll see you soon. Bye.